It's a normal day. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Isa, can you
Hi.
speak? It's oh, thank great. Oh, thank you so much for accepting to be with us today. I think Isa is a pretty well-known avatar in the Decentraland. But Isa, welcome. So, could you introduce yourself to the SheFi Salon community?
Oh, yes, of course. My name is Isa. I'm the 3D animator for the. I think I'm having return audio for some reason. Mm. Okay. No problem. So, yeah, let's start again. My name is Isa. I'm a 3D animator. I work for the Decentraland Foundation. I'm also an emote creator here in Decentraland. And yeah, I've been doing animation since 2014. So I've been doing this for a while now.
It's a OG.
Yeah, since music festival, first music festival.
Oh, nice. When I was doing my research about you, I saw you. And
Uh,
what was the game that made you think I want to make this?
Actually, I've always loved video games. I think it's very immersive, much more immersive than any other type of media, in my opinion. So I remember when I was a little kid playing Super Mario Bros. 3 and then playing Legend of Zelda. And for me, that was such a wonderful universe. And I spent hours just like running from here and there, riding horses and all that. So I at first I really enjoyed it, just like any kid would. But at some point, like when I was around 18 years old, all the Assassin's Creed franchise was coming out, and I was absolutely in love with that game. And at some point, I was like, maybe there games, and I started searching, and I noticed that a lot of people start as game testers. But unfortunately, I'm from Brazil, and we don't have any big companies like big game companies here that I would be able to do an internship or something like that. And back then, all of even for game testers, they required some background in coding and all that. So I was like, that's not for me. So I gave up for that for a long time. I worked with a lot of things before actually getting to work as an animator. And it was only later on in 2014 that I realized that I could work with games, but not in coding because I have no skills at that at all. But I could do art for video games, and that's how it all started.
Oh, nice. You already said something about the difficult of being from Brazil and to work in this industry, but was it hard to you to find a place in the field that's still very male dominated besides from Brazil, like when you start looking outside Brazil? Do you feel like a
Yes,
problem being a woman?
I think it's hard. Like technology in general is very male dominated. So I'm not sure because we as women are not incentivized to search after this type of jobs. Like we are not encouraged to go, you can code, you can do this and that. So it's a little bit intimidating. I remember back in my graduation studies in 2014, it was me and my sister. We were, and another girl, we were the only three ladies in the class. And there were only men in the class, like classmates were all men, people playing games were all men. Growing up, I never had any friends, girlfriends who would enjoy playing games. So it's a bit tricky, like when you like breaking this stereotype that technology is for men is very challenging, I think.
Yeah, I feel like since playing video games is like not a thing that they said to girls to do. Like we have to play with dolls and boys play with the video games and everything. I imagine how difficult it could be, like trying to work with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
um
That was my reality as a kid. I love video games so much, and it was so like, this is a boys things, and not only boys
yeah,
things, but it's also seen as a kids thing. So no video games for
yeah.
adults, only for kids. So
Yeah, this is crazy, right? And men can play video games until like I don't know, they are 50 and it's okay, but it's like for girls it's like, "What? Are you playing video games?"
yeah, and the thing is that they most people assume ladies are only playing the Sims and all that, and that's very stereotypical. We play everything. Come on.
Yeah, of course. And you've done a lot of courses since in 2014 that you already said. And what drives you to keeping studying?
Actually, I'm sorry if dogs start barking. Well,
No problem.
what drives me is not knowing something. I remember when I got my first contact with animation, it was love at first idol, I would say. But then comes rigging, and it was like a nightmare for me learning all that. I've done so many broken rigs in the beginning of my animation career, and at some point I was like, it can't be this impossible. Like I have to learn how to do this. And then the first course that I did was the rigging for games because, well, I'm not getting very technical on this because rigging is super, super technical, but it's different. Like if you're doing animation, for example, as a movie or for cinematics, and then you're doing animation for real time gameplay. So when you're doing for real time gameplay, there's a lot of challenges, a lot of things that you use in other type of animation won't work in games, and that's when I decided to start learning because I was very tired of broke my broken rigs and struggling with all that. So that was is when it started, and then the body mechanics one is a course that I really, really, really loved because animation is all about observation, laws of physics, and all that. And body mechanics is when you understand uh, how the weight is distributed throughout the animation, like when you're dancing, when you're doing stuff. And this helps create very believable animation. But aside from all that, because I really like animation, so whenever I can learn something new, that's what keeps me motivated when it comes to animation.
Oh, amazing. And how did the opportunity at the Decentraland Foundation come about?
Very unexpected. I was working in other indie projects here in Brazil, and one day, someone from HR reached out to me back in 2021, and I had no idea what blockchain, Web3, and all that was about. It was very overwhelming for me, and that was it. Like someone approached me on LinkedIn and they were like, "Oh, we're looking for a 3D animator to help our art director." And I was like, "Oh, my God, let's do it." And then that's how I got into the foundation. Did some tests, some interviews, and all that, the whole process. And that's how I ended up in Decentraland. I actually didn't. I've never heard about Decentraland before actually joining the foundation, which is crazy.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Love it. And talking about like the craft of 3D animation, um, you said that you're going to make animations as fluid and detailed as possible, so that a character personality is read through the way it moves. I think I read this in your bio. Example of that. I think you said something about it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the thing is, when an animation is very well done, I think it's very easy to read through it. So, for example, if you're doing dance moves and you don't actually understand what's going on, like Avatar is just shaking and moving arms like this and that, it's not very easy to understand what's going on. Like even not only with dances, but in other actions in general, it means that the animation is lacking something. And uh, when I say that the character's personality is read through the way it moves, most of the time, like even if you have games, for example, that the character won't say anything, won't say a word, it has to be obvious by the way it moves. What their personality is like. So if they're a cute character, you have to find a way for them to have a cute walk cycle, a cute interaction with other people, and at the same time, if you want like a sexy character or very, I don't know, powerful and a warrior that will walk a certain way, behave a certain way. This has the animation has to show this personality through the way the character moves without any words. So when an animation, I think when an animation is very well done, is because you can understand the story of that character, the personality of that character by the way they move without any words. I think
Yeah.
that's the challenge.
Oh, amazing. It's almost like a dance, like you have to understand the whole body and personality just by moving it.
Yes, exactly like
Uh,
that.
and, and what is the hardest part of animating a character? What takes the most time and attention for you?
I think the hardest is making it believable, like having the laws of physics functioning right when it comes to animation. So making sure you have a good timing so the animation doesn't look floaty, like zero gravity, as I like to say. So when you see something that is very slow motion, or I think that's the hard part of animation, getting the movement believable and tied to the laws of physics on the speed and the weight. And for example, in a jump, there is a certain timing for a jump. You have to go up. And when you're approaching, like you leave the ground very fast, and when you approach the peak of the jump, then you start slowing down. Then when you're coming down, you have have this acceleration. So these kind of things I think are the hardest to get right when it comes to animation.
Amazing. And what do you recommend for someone like who wants to be a 3D artist? What is the first step?
Um, well, I would say get in touch with softwares. Like most people start in 3D by modeling, and I think that's the easiest way to do it. So whatever software you prefer, if it's Blender or Maya or whatever, you have to get the basics of modeling and understanding how the software works. And then, like, animation is a step further in that. Like, when you're dominating these tools, like, because at least in Blender, it's pretty much the same tools that you use: grab, rotate, scale, and all that. It's the same with animation. So that's what I would say. Give it a try. Like, open a software and start search for some tutorials so you don't get too overwhelmed, and just do it. Because I remember my first contact with 3D, it was in Blender, and I had no background in 3D or whatsoever. And it was so overwhelming for me that I had actual nightmares about the 3D stuff, like rotating things in the viewport, like subdividing and all that. So get it slow, like start, watch a tutorial, do simple stuff, and start small. That's what I would say, so you don't get too overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think it start small is the best one because it looks scary at the beginning, like blending and everything. You have to
Yes,
think
and
like in 3D.
it's not very intuitive. Like, you just open Blender and what now? And you want to use your mouse for everything, like you're doing, I don't know,
Yeah.
your computer, and everything is different. And how do I start? I mean, I had just a cube here. What's going on?
Um, I love that you do a lot of courses. I love studying too. And one that I saw that you do late for latest is the real-time VFX course. You did it like in 2025.
Yes.
And I would like to ask you, what is the VFX in the context of games and the metaverse, and why did you want to learn it?
Um, well, in the games, I would say I decided to learn it because it's pretty tied to animation in a way. Like, for example, when you're playing a game and a character does a sword slash, that slash in the air is VFX. Like, if you're doing magic and you throw a fireball, that's VFX. Or even in the environment too. Like, you have some, I don't know, smoke going on, wind going on. Your character will leave footsteps on the ground. So this is all VFX, and it's very tied to animation in a way. So that's why I decided to learn it in games. It's very useful because it gives this visual feedback of a lot of things, not only related to the character, but it brings life to the environment, like with these things, like I said, wind and smoke and fire and lightning and sparks and all that. So that's why I decided to do it. And in the metaverse, I think it would be depending on the metaverse and the power that the engine has. You could actually do that too, like adding particles, snow, and all that. So that I actually started it for games in mind, with games in mind. I think in the metaverse it would serve the same purpose.
Oh, amazing. So let's start talking about emotes. For people who don't know what is exactly is an emote in Decentraland. Can you explain it?
Sure. I would say an emote is an action that you do in the central land. It could be either dancing or, I don't know, playing an instrument, interacting with your friend, um, painting a picture of someone, doing Tai Chi and yoga. I would say it's an animation, a way to interact, like, and show how you want to be perceived in the metaverse. It's a way to interact with other people.
Amazing. And how do you create an emote from scratch? It's like you do like the movement, like the animation, and start looking to yourself, I don't know, in a mirror, or you looking for videos.
Sometimes that happens. I'm guilty of that, especially dance modes. I usually try to reproduce the dance steps so I can understand where the foot goes, where the weight goes. And usually it starts with reference. I usually grab many videos for reference. It doesn't have to be the sequence, but I grab some references on, I don't know, how to jump, how to do that specific movement. If it's, for example, martial arts, how do you execute this movement? And then I try to do it myself because we have something in mind, and when you do it the way you imagined in your head, everything goes so badly, so wrong. That reference is key. But this is how I start. I usually grab a reference, and if I can, I'll try to reproduce the movement myself. I wouldn't say I record myself because for me it's more important knowing how the body behaves, so I can feel it in my body. Like I have to go left, I have to go right. When I do this, foot turn this way, and then I start animating. I usually start with the hips because they move the main character, and then I try to pose the feet if it's dancing. I'll give a lot of dancing examples because that's the most that I've done. I think are dancing ones. So I do some footwork and coordinate it with the hips, and then I start animating the rest. That's how I usually do it.
Amazing. And what is your favorite emote you ever made and why?
Oh, that's a tricky question because I've done so many emotes at this point that I don't think I have a favorite. Actually, I keep changing my favorite emotes. Depends. I
Yeah,
love the love grenade one because I usually throw the love grenade at my friends here in the Decentraland. I think it's very cute emote. I also like the invaders emote where I made it for a game week in, I think it was 2024, where you have these pixel invaders and the avatar keeps shooting them. People at the time called it the pew pew emote. But I also like the pigeons one was the latest. It's one of my favorites because it was a lot of work animating all the pigeons, throwing the bread. It was a lot of things to sync to get everything working and looping perfectly. So yeah, I would say the latest. Probably I would say the pigeon emote.
I love it, that too. And are there emotes you wish exist in the Central End but haven't been made yet?
Yes, there is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. I thought that when we had social greater, but unfortunately we'll have to wait for that. But yeah, lambada emotes. I think we should have lambada in the Central End. Yeah, and maybe I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe some capoeira. I like bringing Brazilian culture and stuff to the Central End. I've already done a Carnival Muse one where the avatar is doing the samba. There's a frevo one that I've done before too. So
Oh,
yes, I like
nice.
bringing Brazilian culture to the Central End.
Amazing. I love the dance emotes because I can't dance in real life. Like I can't. I'm a fake Brazilian. I don't know. In the Central End, I can dance everything.
Yes,
I
multiple
it's
styles like salsa,
yeah.
samba, hip hop, and all that. So I think I love it too. Dance emotes are definitely my favorite.
Amazing. And you are part of SheFi too. You did season 15, right?
Yes, I did.
And what brought you to SheFi and what was the experience being like?
I think I was never really properly introduced to Web3 and blockchain and all that. So it was always me just running after the things that I didn't learn at the beginning because I wasn't onboarded on Web3 in a very subtle way. It was everything was very
Hmm.
overwhelming, and it can be overwhelming. It's a lot of
Yeah.
things, like very different from there's a lot of different things than what you used to in Web2 or in your daily life. So having all these wallets or crypto or metaverse, decentralized stuff, and all that, for me, it was super overwhelming. So I took the opportunity, even though I've been here in the metaverse for almost 5 years now. I think it was an opportunity to say, okay, I'm officially learning this the proper way now, like having proper introduction and learning uh, the meaning of everything that I have to deal in my daily life because that's what I work with. So I would say it's irresponsible to keep like working in Web3 and not knowing about it. And yeah, that's what I joined. Why I joined the SheFi, and I think it was amazing, amazing experience.
Great. And so by what you say, you can say like the biggest like problem or difficult for you was like to understand Web3 while working in the Central End, maybe.
Yes, absolutely. Because, like I said, before Decentraland, I had zero experience, zero contact with Web3. And I was just, okay, give me your wallet. And I was like, give me your address. And I was like, what address? Wallet? What are they talking about? And then,
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty naive and learning as I was going on. And I think it would have saved me a lot of headache and a lot of misfortune learning this at the beginning. I got hacked, and I mean everyone will get hacked if they don't learn Web3 well enough, because there's a lot of scammers around, and if you're not used to and know what you're dealing with, how to do it safely, you get in trouble. So that was very challenging for me, like learning this as I was going through it daily, and not having a really good base before actually getting started.
Great. And now, what you would recommend to someone to want to entry to Web3, like the first steps?
Well, learn about it, go educate yourself, go study about it. Like anything, start small, like start, download a wallet, get used to that interface, like doing exchanges in that, um, dealing with different crypto, and but definitely educate yourself in that matter, because if you just do it like me, I mean, you can do it, but I don't think it's the struggle is needed. Like it
Yeah.
goes much more smooth and safe, and you enjoy a lot more the ride if you know what you're getting yourself into. So I would say educate yourself, start learning a little bit here and there, try doing small things first, and that's the way to go, I would say.
Oh, I totally agree. So I'm mostly finishing the questions that have prepared for you. Um, you love traveling and meeting new cultures. What has animation taken you so far?
Actually, I would say, like, when I was doing the body mechanics course, we had to animate a shot, and it had to be something where body mechanics were very evident. So I was like, what should I do? I was like, my first one was doing a belly dance shot, because I used to do belly dance. I danced for a long time, and I was like, okay, this is new. I've never seen someone do it. But then I had to record a second shot, and I was like, what should I do? And I think martial arts are great, like how you move your body, and the the silhouettes that you get from martial arts are pretty awesome. So animation brought me to kung fu in reality, because I decided, okay, I think I'll do a kung fu shot, and I started studying about kung fu, because I didn't want to do something generic and mix a lot of martial arts together. I wanted to do something uh, very genuine, and do it right. And I started studying about kung fu. When I finished the shot, I was so excited about it that I actually started practicing kung fu. So
Oh, amazing.
thanks to animation. Yeah, thanks to animation.
Oh, amazing. And what is next for you? What are you working on or excited about it?
Um, well, there are some really nice projects. I'm not sure I can talk about all of them.
It's
And
secret.
when, yes, it's a secret for now. From the foundation side, at least, you can expect nice things coming next. Uh, Nice things coming to Genesis Plaza. And
Mm.
yes. You can expect
Oh,
a
I
lot of
love
nice
it.
things in the near future. And yeah,
Oh,
a lot of emotes too.
Great. Decentraland has been making so many things. Like every day you can get in Decentraland and there's a new thing to do. It's amazing.
Yes,
Great
there's
work.
a new event. There's always somewhere to go, some people to meet, and I
Yeah.
really love the community in Decentraland. They're very welcoming and very helpful when it comes to onboarding new people. I think that's the I would say the greatest feature in Decentraland. It's community, that it's great,
Yeah.
and that's my
Um,
favorite part in Decentraland.
yeah, great. So before I open for questions, where can people follow your work and find you online, Isa?
Well, there's my Vimeo page where I usually post my animation reels. That's for work-related stuff. You can find me on X as It's Amazing Isa. Even though I must admit I haven't been super active in there. On Discord too, you can find me on Discord as Is Amazing. And yes, I think these are all the nice channels. And you can always say hi in Instagram, but that's more my I post work there, but not that often. That's more my personal life. So Instagram too.
Uh,
That's
Great, great. Thank you so much, Isa, Miss Joe. You have
Thanks
any
for having
questions,
me.
Isa? Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I saw that you reached out and I got the notification on Discord, but I from for like the friend request, and I was like, okay, I accepted friend request. I was like curious about it, and I was like, never got the notification of the message, and I was like, what's going on? I'm sorry. Yeah, most of the time it's Decentraland related stuff. If I'm not doing the foundation work, I'm always doing commissions for community or helping them with animation issues. So yeah, I do a few freelance jobs here and there, and that yeah involving animation. It's in the central end because, like I said, if I'm not doing the work for the foundation, I'm always helping the community with creating their emotes, like bringing their ideas to life. If I'm not doing the emote myself, I always help them like figuring out why their emotes are not working or how they can improve or when they don't understand something. So all my work is the central end related.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Absolutely.
Oh, Isa was at Buenos Aires. It's a shame that you don't know each other. I think you
I
saw
think
each
we
other.
met. I think
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think so at the Central End party. Yeah.
Yes. So
When
we probably met
we
there.
were in our face,
Yes.
remember? I don't know. I think Isa was together.
Yeah. That's great. Great news.
I have this problem too. And even with the yeah, and even with the Decentraland, like because people here is like maybe don't use their real name and like starts talking with you like in real life, and it was, oh, you are some
Yeah.
avatar.
You are is amazing. I remember
Yeah.
that.
I think I met Dr. Krillo in real
Yeah.
life, and I was like talking to him like for hours, and I don't know. Oh my God, I know you.
Me? If I had what? The Decentraland store. Hmm. Well, I think they're really nice. The Decentraland store. Yeah, that's really the t-shirts and also the notebook. Is there, I'm sorry, is there something what? Oh, the marketplace. Oh, the marketplace.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I thought you were saying about the Decentraland. No, no problem. That I've created, one of them was sold out. It was the quadradinho. I myself have only published 3 emotes so far. I created a lot of emotes. Uh, let me see. Let me see. The maraca. Oh, budget penguin. That was the one that I made too. Um, what else? Let me check here real quick. What else? The tiger's horse too. Monday dream on the bed. Um, yeah, many many emotes.
A
Fight the
lot.
power. Is also an emote like the one dancing with the boombox. I also created that with Meta Tiger. Lux Lounge for Mr. Dingia. Yeah, the list goes on and on, girls. You can pick any of these. But most of mine are my creations are always in collab with community. I myself have only published 3 emotes like the quadradinho, the Brazilian quadradinho, and there's some belly dance emotes being listed. I made 2 belly dance emotes, so you can grab those too in the marketplace.
Great. I remember that last year you made an workshop, like teaching how to make emotes. I don't know if it is recorded. Do you remember that?
The flag emotes, I think, right? I think it was
Yeah,
showing
I
how
think
I did
so.
the
Yeah.
flag emote. Yes, it was recorded. I think it's on YouTube. Let me find the link and I'll share it on the SheFi community chat when I find it.
Oh, great. There's a lot of dancing people today. Love it. Oh,
Okay, there
thanks,
you go.
Lisa. Yeah, I perfect.
Oh, thank you for
Oh,
having me. It was a pleasure joining you ladies in this
oh, it was
afternoon, morning.
amazing.
Thank you for having me.